Tell me a tea, what you do, Igosha. Where can you go now? Oh, I'm going to tell me, now. Where can you go now? I need to use a go now. Ego now. Buy my ego now. Yeah. Yes, now. Hello. Hi. Hi. Let me start sharing. Please, so as you join us today, help me to share. These are very important topics. These are very, very important topics. You don't fast, too. Okay. I shall be alone. What does that mean? These are very, very important topics that we all need to come and learn from. I've got 2 topics here, and it's very important for us as Nigerians, as parents, as wives, as husbands, to learn from it. Every time it's not only baboom that we do. We have to learn from each other. Now, please help me to share this show. The more you share, the more you get your present for Christmas. Believe me, this is a program you will not regret ever coming to. So let me share first. By the time we start, you will understand why I'm calling you to share. So that it gets to the real people we want them to learn from it. So, please, hey Joe, eba jokes, eba me share. Let me start sharing myself too. Because you know, like I said on this platform now, I don't know, the view has gone down totally. I don't know what I did. They said I've been a bad shite. But you know what? I will continue to do what I love doing most. So, help me to share it, please. So I'll just share to, okay, let me go to my own profile, and then I share. While we're sharing, don't forget to tell somebody that Ajoke has come online. Yes. Emma Bino, I'm just sharing you. Because, you know, I put that right up down on our platform, Niger Stars and Beauty Tips, about Chief Okoya, Chief Rasak Okoya. So please, if you're interested in that, because I've seen a lot of comments concerning this particular topic, and there is a reason for me wanting to talk about it. So I'm sharing now, and by the time I finish sharing, I'll welcome every one of us to this platform today. Platform Alayo le wow. Platform Tetima Len le wow. Platform Olobiri le wow. You will not regret ever coming here. Shefu mi ogila no mo Auntie Ajoke today, Ike Bidun. Ike is my name, Ike is my hobby. But this time around, you know that even here, any Ike we do, you know, it makes sense. Shefu mi, you love my cap. Thank you. I just want to look like a Yankee babe today. You know that Yankee babe, we are more loyinbo. I want to be like Percy. You know what you want to do, Ahmed, but there's certain caps you have to wear. Against my job. So I'm just sharing. Yes, I've finished sharing. I guess I have finished anyway. Now, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. Your host tonight is Ajoke. Yes, the glasses you're looking at is from the stable of Ajoke. I sell glasses. So that's what I do. This is Miu for all your prescription glasses. Call me. That is what I do. And for this glowing skin, you can see it's from CQ Beauty Haven. They are doing 50% Adelego, wow, okay, let me kokoma welcome all of my people. Olori, Temiloluwa, welcome on board. Ibidu Adelego, welcome on board. If you are coming in, just type, hi, Ajoke. How are you, Ajoke? My baby, Ajoke. You're looking good, Ajoke. And this is a secret to my glowing skin. CQ Beauty Haven. They are doing 50% and it ends at the end of the month. Don't forget, rush to their www.cqbeautyhaven.com. Go and order for all your skincare products. Olayemi Olayinka Dekpitson, you're welcome. Now, you're welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. If you're sitting down and you're not sharing this program, you're not doing us any good. I am telling you. It is not only a KO that you will share. Share this one. This one is a K2. But a K that makes sense. A K that we all can learn one or two things from. It's coming right from Ajoke. Now we've got two topics to talk about tonight. For life challenge for learning. I hug you too. Big hug. You know, two things. The first one, she can saw you, Bunny. But I will speak in English first for the first one, and then the second one will speak more of Yoruba. Reason being that only reason. Reason being that only reason. But for the first one, I want it to be like a general kind of advice, which has to do with caregivers. Those people coming to the UK is just an informative program for you. You're coming to the UK as we tag yourselves as the Japa generation. We know what Japa means. For those of you that do not understand what Japa means, it means that people that are living African countries, especially our own country, Nigeria, that are coming here to the UK, to Canada, to the US, or wherever they're living for, especially here in the UK, we call them Japa. Japa from Sapa. Sapa means poverty. Sapa means lack of things in the country. These people, Japa means they're running away from Nigeria because of the economy. Do you understand? So most of them now, they're coming to this country as skilled workers, especially they're coming in as healthcare workers. Like, you know, they have different types of immigration pathway to come into the country, to this country. The fourth, they have the skills worker, that's the healthcare one that they're doing most of the time. And they have the students one that you come in as a student, master's student, you bring in your family. I think that has stopped now. They've stopped bringing in family. Run away people. So they've stopped the UK government, you know, the immigration policy has stopped people bringing in. That's for those ones that are coming in to do their masters. And I think it's only PhD people now that they allow to bring in. So now the healthcare assistance one, the healthcare sector one that they're bringing in people. This is an advice for you. Like, you know, we have talked about this Japa stuff. If you're coming into a country, there are a lot of things that you need to know. Not because people are just leaving the country and leaving their, you know, the poverty behind. Like, you know, we understand the fact that the rate at which things are so expensive in Nigeria, the cost of living has gone so high that people barely can feed on even one meal per day. Families are suffering. And that is why we've always been calling our government to look into it. However, people are selling their properties. They are selling everything they've got, not even minding anything. They spend even up to 10-20 million to relocate abroad. It's not their fault, like I said. It's the state of the economy in Nigeria. Now, people that are coming into this country, some of them are just coming without knowing what they are coming in to meet. So many of them, after selling their properties, they fall into the hands of scammers. These ones are scamming agents that will promise them heaven on earth. Don't worry, when you get into the country, we'll get you a job, we'll get you this. And they come into the country. Unfortunately, what they meet is a different thing totally. Some do not have anywhere to sleep. They sleep around. Some sleep in train stations. You know, even some will sell all their properties, bring the children along with them. When you're coming in with 3 children or 4 children, they expect you to rent about 3-bedroom apartments if you're coming with 3 children. Or if, let's say, okay, 3 children, if you have a male or 2 males, 2 sexes, different, you know, 2 genders, you need 3-bedroom because you and your husband will be in one, male children in one, female children in one. Unfortunately, when these people come, they will have paid all they have, all their life savings to the agency that has brought them into the country. They come into this country, they get stranded, and so many of them, like the one that happened in Canada, you could see them rough sleeping. It's not only in Canada, it does happen here. Now, these people, apart from that one, we've talked about how they come into this country and get into trouble with the social services. Some have lost their children to social services because they don't understand what it takes here. That the way we treat our children in Nigeria is quite different from how we do it here. They need to be coached before bringing them here. You don't smack children. You don't beat children here. No, you speak with your mouth. We Africans, we have our values. We have our ways of raising up our children. It's a different thing totally here. Have they learned the ways that we do here? Husband and wife will decide to come here. Husband is a banker. I shared one before here. A banker doing well in Nigeria. They sold all their properties and came here. Unfortunately, when they got here, it was only the wife that was doing job. She came in as a carer, and the other was came in as dependent. But he couldn't do the kind of job his wife got because, you know, back in Nigeria, he was doing quite well. But unfortunately, you want a good life for your children. They brought the children and everybody here. But because the children are underage, the woman will go and work. By the time she comes back, the children are still on bed. He will not do anything. She was managing it. She'll still come back, come home and cook. And you know, the normal thing we women do in Nigeria. The man was still expecting her to be doing it here, even though she was the main breadwinner. When she comes back, she'll still come and cook. She'll come and do this. It got to a point that, you know, she got tired and then Wala busted. So it's always like that. The man didn't understand the fact that, you know, he knows that they do say yes when women are abroad, they become Oga and all that. But he didn't know the extent it could be. So he felt like, no, I am the head of the family. There's no head of the family here. We respect you as men. Here is like 50-50. You give, I give. But unfortunately, because the man could not get a job, she didn't mind. But he was still expecting so much from her. Now, they had a problem. The children were taken and all that. We heard about that. That's not enough. The one I am talking about today has to do with the healthcare personnel that were caught maltreating the vulnerable adults. Like, you know, I work in the social services. And I understand how it is when you are meeting vulnerable children and adults. Well, because of the fact that most of them see this route of coming into this country as an easy way of the immigration thing, they came in here not well prepared for what they are coming in for. Most of these agencies do crash programs for them and they just bring them into the country. All they want to teach them is how to carry commode, how to do this, how to do that. When I first came into Ireland, that's Republic of Ireland in Dublin, I worked as an healthcare assistant. I worked in the hospital, main hospital. So I knew what it takes to work as an healthcare assistant. Forget about all your career in Nigeria. Before I came into the country, into Ireland, I had my master's in public administration from Lagos State University. So So I knew that, yes, initially when I came, it was strange for me. Because, you know, when you come into a country, they tell you, look, this is what is there. Do you understand? And I didn't know what else to do. I said, okay, let me go into it. That's the cheapest, the easiest way of getting money. And then the money was good enough. I went into it. The first day I worked, I wept like Jesus wept. God, is this how it is? I was carrying commode. The commode, what they call commode here, is where they do their toileting. You know, somebody that's sick in the hospital, or they have bedpans. All the things that I wouldn't have imagined that I would ever do in my life. So, when you come into the country, most people will go for such jobs. I've seen doctors before they regularize their papers, do their exams and all that. They do these menial jobs. But for somebody who is coming in as healthcare assistant from Nigeria, I believe they should have been well trained on what they will meet when they come here. So many of them, like I said, we do crash programs for them. And so when they come here and they see things like that, some people cannot even stand somebody even weeing before them. Not to talk of, you know, doing the main thing. You know, you have to perform personal hygiene task. You have to take care of them by having them bathing, washing, and all that. Toileting. All the daily care needs. You have to meet them as healthcare assistants. It's your job as a caregiver. Some of the things, the skills they expect from you is empathy. Some of them do come in here, they do not have all it takes to be a caregiver. It's not because they cannot do it, because it's not inbuilt in them. You need to develop the love and compassion to work for the elderly or the vulnerable before you take on that job. If you are the kind that is not used to working with children, why taking up crèche work? Some people cannot. I've got some friends that they don't like children. It's not because, or it's just, it's in them. Loving, showing some compassion is inbuilt. So for you to be a caregiver, it's important that you understand the basic thing that they need in that industry. You cannot come into an industry where you don't have love for that job. Why going into the job? Some of you will want to go to your office in the morning and you start grumbling. You know that that job is not for you. You don't just like the job. So these 4 people now, we just read that they were caught, 4 Nigerians. And that is why I've come to talk to my people. Nigerians, I beg you in the mighty name of Jesus. You know we love God so much. Religion is our part. One of you, a nurse, was, you know, sent back was it not 2 weeks ago that we heard about that story? Where she was praying for a dying patient. Look, religion is what has killed Africa. You leave religion behind. This is not about religion. Your profession is different from your belief. You're coming to a country where they don't believe in dying in church every Sunday. They were the one that introduced this religion to us. But they still go to work. But in our own country, we are used to being in church Monday morning, Tuesday morning, kidney call service, kidney Thanksgiving service. We will have one service or the other. We have taken the religion more than those people that brought it to us. To the extent that whatever we do, it's all about Jesus. Yes, there's no harm in you believing in God. But don't bring your religion or your belief to your job. Adeke Benson, you're welcome, man. Don't bring that your belief to your... Please let me know people are watching me. Send me love. Send me... just press like and love. Like and love. Oh, you're just sitting down. I don't like it. Do you get me? So we are used to that. This particular nurse is still the same healthcare sector that we're talking about. A nurse was called, a patient died while she was doing prayer. Praying for a dying patient on bed. You understand? You don't go to an hospital, somebody is sick, you are a nurse. What you're supposed to do is do your profession, perform the task that you're paid for. They have not called you to be, they have people that comes in to pray for them. When I was doing healthcare assistance in Ireland, they will come in the morning, the fathers will come and Joseph, hey, thank you, Jare, Joseph, yes, Yakim. They will come in and then they will pray for, they give them last minute Catholic, they do it. So that is just, they come in and give them communion. And that is it. It is not your duty to go there and be praying for your patient. You have no business. Even if you're a pastor, I am talking to Nigerians that are coming abroad to work. Because like I said, I understand the pain. And that is why I pray that nobody is deported back. There's the priest. Thank you, Adelaja. I pray that nobody goes back after going through all the immigration processes, after selling all your properties, after leaving everything you have behind. And then you come into this country and then you go and face deportation. I pray that it will not be your portion in the mighty name of Jesus. Because that is what we believe on. Prayer. Prayer without work, the Bible says, is oku. So, you that you are coming into this country, know for real that Nigeria or Africa is quite different from those people. They are not as, the way you are back home. We have taken religion beyond what it should be. We are extremists in most of the things we do when it comes to religion. Both Islam and Christianity. We have even forgotten totally about our own culture, our values, our traditional beliefs. We don't believe in it again. Now, well, we have our ways of doing things. But when you are coming in, a nurse that day now, patient was dying, you were praying in the mighty name of Jesus. Why? You will wake up. You will wake up. Instead of you to do the press up, to do first aid, to do all the things that you people, resuscitation, everything. You left a patient dying by praying. Some of our nurses have been caught in the office praying and leaving what they're supposed to be doing. We're not saying you should not pray, but do that in your own home. Not at your office. You are given a task for medical attention for that particular person. Shola Otiko, seriously, the newbies aren't careful at all. It's so sad. It's not their fault. It's because they have not been coached well. They do cash programs for these people. It's the money that our Nigerians, most of them, that are bringing these people in. It is just about the money they can get from them. They will not let them understand what it takes to be an healthcare assistant. You're not coming here to just sit down. So many of them have been cajoled that don't worry, it's the easiest job. It's only that some of them you will sit down for money in the night. In the morning, you just in fact, you go and sleep. It is a lie. If you don't have passion for this job, please don't do it. Look for any other way of coming into the country. Because if you come in as a care assistant, they expect you to perform your duty as a care assistant. Now, that nurse, I think she was deported after that happened. I don't know, she went to jail, praying nurse. Just this, today again, we saw this one. 4 Nigerians were jailed for maltreating the vulnerable. No orientation course, orientation care. All they do is just get the money. That's what they do. Believe me. So the Punch newspaper brought them out today. They said 4 healthcare workers have been jailed after they were caught on camera physically and emotionally abusing an elderly patient, reports the BBC on Thursday. Okay, that nurse was deported after wasting all the money, after all the stress. While Antunkara and Morontayo Adefila were found guilty of ill treatment and willful neglect and sentenced on December 8th to 4 months in prison. Danny Owen and Bridget Heidian were also found guilty of the same offenses and sentenced to 6 months and 4 months respectively on November 14. The police revealed that the workers were caught on camera manhandling the 89-year-old woman who had vascular dementia and could not speak. Most of them do not even understand what most of these patients, this elderly, what they have. They don't understand what dementia is. When I was working as an healthcare assistant in Ireland, you will be given a patient sometimes when you are not on the floor. On the floor is that you go around and be giving them commode, be asking them what they want water, they want to go to the toilet, you wash and bath for everyone, all the ones that could not help themselves. But these particular ones with chronic dementia, I think last stage of dementia, some of them, you will have to do one-to-one supervision with them. And when you're doing that supervision, a lot of them, because they've lost memories, they will start talking about things that they did when, when they were babies, and they will be, some of them will just pack their load, I want to go home. So if you're not trained, that you don't restrain, you'll be forced to restrain them. And that is an offense. You are not allowed to restrain anyone. Some of them, they will be tied into a chair because you didn't know. You were not taught. You were not coached. You were not given that training. This is manhandling, is manual handling. Were they given the proper manual handling before they got into this problem? Or because of the fact that because they don't understand what the job entails, they're careless. You know, in Nigeria, when somebody has dementia, I remember when we were growing up, anybody, when you see an old woman on the street and the woman is talking about, my child, I killed, it's dementia, nothing else. Instead, what we do, we now beat them. They will call them and say, yes, they are witches. We call them witches in Nigeria. Shola Otitoko said a Nigerian was jailed at Sutton for fighting a mental health boy in broad daylight. You can imagine somebody with mental health. Mental health, when somebody goes through their mental health and when they are, going through their crisis, forget about it. They don't know what they're doing at that point in time. It's when you're well trained that you understand that's an episode in their life. They have an episode and they will tell you how to handle them. We've gone somewhere before and, don't let me speak it in Yoruba. Let me say it in Yoruba. Àti lọ síbi kan rí lọ wo àwọn kan adede de. Wọ́n kó àwọn ilé wá láti ìlú kan náà ni. Ní African country kan náà ti kó wọn wá láti wá ṣe iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. Àwa dẹ̀ lọ wò wọ́n pé ká tiẹ̀ lọ wò wọ́n pé okay, a lọ wo èèyàn wa tó wà ńbẹ̀. That's tá wà ń tọ́jú ṣó ti yé yín. So àgbàtà débẹ̀ a rí pé a béèrè pé kí ló ṣe eléyìí lóhun ò mọ̀. Okay, tí nǹkan yẹn bá ṣe kí ló máa ṣe sí? Ẹ̀rọ làwọn máa pe òbí ẹ̀ ni. So when you're not trained on, you don't even know, no care plan, you don't understand what is in their care plans. So how do you want to treat them? You don't know about medication. Some of them are not taught medication. They don't go for medication training. Because there's shortage of healthcare assistants, they just bring all of them in without proper training. They will put you in trouble. Most of these homes now do have cameras. And some families will personally put a camera in their parents' room or anywhere. Reason being that we've seen a lot, even with the Oyibos too. Some of them do maltreat too. So it's not peculiar to us alone. But I am talking to us because I want us to know the extent people go through and what when you do things like that, the punishments behind it. Because some of you just let me get money and come into the country. You don't shout at them no matter what. If you're not patient, you cannot be an healthcare assistant. Patience is a key thing there. You have to be extremely, because some of them will spit at you, some will punch you. You don't retaliate. You don't restrain. You have to go for proper training. Now, these ones have been jailed now. They were caught maltreating, emotionally abusing. When you emotionally abuse a citizen, we call them we call them citizen here. When you emotionally abuse a resident, some call them residents, some call them patients when you're in the hospital. So it depends on the setting. Now, when you emotionally abuse them, it is when they sit down. Some of them, the pads are wet. You know the pad. You people call it pampers. It's called pad. When the pad is wet, they sit there. You allow them to sit down. You are there with your phone. Some call them clients. Thank you. You are there with your phone. Some of you don't even know that you're not supposed to use phones. Because maybe you have come in there, you have seen some of these people that are there, and then you want to copy them. Do not copy. Please be careful. When you are service user, that's the word I was looking for. Service user. Thank you. Do you understand? You emotionally abuse them by neglecting them. Negligence is part of an abuse. So you don't neglect them by just letting. Some of them will be crying and you think you can cry, Gary, because you met some people. There is a culture. It's an organizational culture that people are service users are crying and they just leave them. That's the way they shout. Or you want to give them bath. You want to wash them because you see the way they have been doing it. Please, my people, I am begging you, do not look at that organizational abuse and follow through. No. There's something called whistleblowing. Be a whistleblower. That is what they do here. Believe me, you will save yourself a lot of stress. If you go into an organization and you think that it is not right because you have been equipped with that knowledge. Neglect is an abuse. Be careful. Do not restrain. If a patient wants to, if a service user says, I want to go out because you don't know what they're going to, report immediately, get somebody to help you out. Do not cover up. Because some of them might have met what they do there and see it as normal. They said they showed two of these, their, white people that did the same thing. Some caregivers, they were sedating their service users. We do see them a lot. They sedate them from morning till night. When you go and inspect, you know what I'm talking about. You see them sleeping. Rebecca Joshua said, prevailing issues with Ajoke, our people from Africa needs to understand the power of approach. Thank you so much. Most Africans don't know how to work under pressure. Thank you. They don't understand that in the mornings when you go in, you have to take care of them all together. Some of them will be calling you. You have to take wash them, dress them, because they all have their care plans. And you have to work according to each person's care plan. Do not let them push you to do what you are not supposed to do. If you don't understand anything, there is no harm in asking for help. Manual handling is important. Never you try to lift anybody on your own. Check through everything with that care plan. The ADLS, Omobolande, Ejide, yes. Activities of daily livings. You need to be sure of what they need. And then you assist them according to their care plans. If the care plan says 2 people, please do not do it like you know all. Don't be taking too much shift, because by the time you want to overwork yourself to the extent that you become impatient, you become erratic when you're dealing with your service users. So you have to be very careful. Don't take on all shift, because all of us are looking for money. We don't care about our own health because of money we have, used in coming into this country. You want to make the money in 1 month. No. It's gradual. You're making your money and you will make it. Don't overwork yourself. Once you stress yourself, once your stress level gets up, there's no way you can control yourself. You will react in a bad way to your service users. There is no way. If you work 7 days a week, or let's say 6 days a week, how do you want to cope? When the normal one is just 4 days, then you rest 3 days. But because you want to take extra shifts, some of us Nigerians that are coming here, you are overworking yourself. Omobolani said, carry out strictly charge nurse or doctor's order. They don't even have to deal with doctors. Here in the UK, you deal with the nurses, or your if you're working in a residential home, you've got the team managers that you work under them. If you feel that and always read care plans. Once you get into any place that you are working for the first time, whether as an agency worker or even if you're just new in that place, please read carefully the care plans of each service user. Don't be pushed to it. This is a camera that has been there. Some do not even use camera. They just watch the way you do it. There's no harm in asking for help. Please. And when you go on your duty, if you're doing nights, be careful. Don't be caught sleeping. Because it is called waking nights, not sleeping nights. Some of you will go and then you carry your eni and bati gari, eloteba, eberesin lo sun lenu ise, eshora yin, won ko ba yin. Be careful. It's called waking nights. Work with clear conscience. Thank you. Because you're being paid for it. And when you're working, work as if that person, they call it empathy. Put that person's put your legs into the other person you're treating, in their shoes, and know how it feels. That is how to do it. Because when you know that you are blind, close your eyes. See how it is when somebody is trying to take you out of this room and they pull you and you are like, they are pulling you like, how do you feel? So that is the way you should work with somebody who is blind that you're working with. Or an older men, vulnerable, we call them vulnerable adults. Look at this man now, 89 years old or something. Get a job that you have passion for. Once you don't have a passion for a particular job, there's no point to you doing it. Totally. Put yourself in their shoes. Sincerely, that is the way to do it. Think about it. If it is your own mother that you're taking care of, how do you, hey, the hair, I sold it, but this hair is not nice. I didn't like it when it came. Look at the hair. I didn't like it so much because they didn't do it well. See, so it was showing. So I just cut the two that I made and I started wearing it. That's the wig. But it's really, really nice if they do it well. But this one was not well done. So I said, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to use it. So let me wear my hats because I love the hats. I look so funky with the hat, don't I? I look like a fine girl at Jockey. Fine girl at Jockey. Fine girl at Jockey. Tell me I'm fine. I'm a fine girl. Now what's wrong with you people? Why can't you say fine girl at Jockey? Fine girl at Jockey. So get the job you love to do. If you have found yourself in this job and you're struggling, please ask for help. Tell them you want more training. This job is not an easy job. It's a job that you have to do with your heart, with the love you have. You're working with vulnerable young people. Those people are with learning disability, autism, ADHD, and all that. Do you know what it takes to work with them? Be careful. Don't just take up these jobs. It takes a lot to work with them. You can be a team player. Do you understand? There's one woman that I used to follow on Facebook. I think Yaya. The daughter is called Yaya, so she named that thing Yaya. The girl has a diagnosis of autism. Every day with autism with Yaya or something. You could see even the mother to the daughter, how it's tough for her to manage them. Because they can throw tantrum at any time. It's not their fault. They can be... I've been in the bus. I remember when I first came to this country. And I was in a bus with... We were going... I think it was a church service or something. I didn't know that child had LD. You know, had ADHD. I didn't know anything about that child. But we were going out. And the child was just like... I didn't know. And I was like... This woman cannot even... They cannot even train their children. Do you understand? As at that time, like I told you, I came in as healthcare assistant. I was working as healthcare assistant. But I didn't have any knowledge about children with challenging behaviors. So, immediately, and me and my friend were like doing amebo. They can't even train their child well. See the boy, about 15 years, doing like a mad person. And other. So I just saw the woman was just like, I wish these people understood what I was going through. It was later they told us that the child... so we were even saying, you don't understand, you know the way, but we didn't understand the concept of autism, ADHD, and whatever they had. Some of us that are from Nigeria, some of you that even came with your children, you still don't understand it because you're used to beating them when they throw their tantrums. You can take them out as care assistants. You have not been told. Like the one that I told you. Wọ́n gbé against all your baba. Wọ́n gbé èèyàn jáde. Ibi tó dẹ̀ ti gbé èèyàn yẹn jáde. Ọmọ yẹn ó dẹ̀ jókòó. Àwọn méjì ló mú jáde o because ó ní challenging behavior. Ó dẹ̀ jókòó sí títì. Ó lóhùn ò lọ mọ́. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pè ìyá ẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe wà ń pè ìyá. Wọ́n pe manager. New manager tó ṣe ẹgbàá náà láti Africa ni. Ìyẹn náà tún pè ìyá. You can imagine. They didn't know what to do. So sometimes you get to know all these things. If not, you put yourself in trouble. Look at these ones now. They have been jailed. And not only jailing alone. When they finish their jail terms, they will be sent back. Just like that nurse that was praying instead of administering medication. So it's the same way. Be careful of what you do when you jackpot. We'll be talking more about jackpot on this platform. But for this particular one, I just said, let me share it with you. Please get the proper training before you come. Don't be deceived into, you come here, you get the job immediately. They will do 1 week crash program for you. Caregiver's job is draining. You have to be able to tolerate. Thank you so much. It's not an easy job. And you must love what you do. Give all that you have. Give it in. Give all. Treat them like your children. Treat them like your mothers. Treat them and be professional in whichever way you are. Learn the communication. Whatever the way they communicate, do it. If it is sign language and you're not good at sign language, get somebody that can do it for them. If you're, whatever the mode of communication, be careful. Understand it. If you don't read their care plans, how do you know their mode of communication? So you need to go through all that. I wish us all the best, Nigerians. I pray that our country will become a place where they will come and work. I will not be coming here to work for them. It's not easy. Patience is the key. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the second topic. Don't forget, CQ Beauty Haven. This is a 24 karat scrub. It's very important. To have glowing skin, call them www.cqbeautyhaven.com. Face cream Mary. Talenu. Now, let's go to the second topic. And the second topic, please, I want you all, eba mi pe àwọn èèyàn tó comment lórí platform wa leni. The comments went to almost 500 akilode on that Okoya's topic. Baba Okoya, we know the billionaire, Chief Rasak Okoya. Àmọ́ wọn dáadáa. Baba olóríire, baba lálùbáríkà ni wọ́n. Àmọ́ wọn dáadáa. Wọ́n pè wọ́n ní ìgbà tá wà kékeré àgbà elegance àgbà mi ọdún dé, elegance àgbà mi ọdún dé. Tó bá fẹ́ ra góòlù, elegance àgbà mi ọdún dé. Jankara, because I used to live on the island, I told you, ọmọ Ìsàlẹ̀ ni mí. Elétò òdìbò ni mo gbé dàgbà. So behind us, ní Jankara, in the morning, in the evening, when they close, we all will go to that market where they sell jewelries. Wọ́n máa ń ta jẹ́ sọ Yorùbá kó lè dùn dáadáa. Ibi tó ti máa ń ta jewelries, ẹ mọ àwọn panda tá ń lò, pàǹtí tá máa ń lò, àwọn panda wa nígbà yẹn, wọ́n máa ń tà wọ́n. So ní ẹ̀yìn níbi ìdòsùnmú yẹn, tó bá ti dìrọ̀lẹ́, tó bá ti palẹ̀ mọ́, gbogbo àwọn jewelries yẹn, àwọn mi máa ń jábọ́, a máa lọ ṣà wọ́n nígbà tí Nàìjíríà yìí dá nìyẹn. Ní alẹ́ yẹn, ẹ lọ ṣà gbogbo ẹ máa kò sí ni wàá rí góòlù kan mú lé ni, bó jẹ́ chain, bó jẹ́ elegance àgbàmì ọdúndé la máa ń pè wọ́n nígbà yẹn. So that was how Nigeria was as at that time. So Lagos, Baba Rasak Okoya, wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn pàtàkì tó yẹ pé àwọn náà oníṣòwò gidi ni wọ́n ní ìlú Nàìjíríà. Àwa rí story kan lẹ́ni. I reposted that story, but that story, understand one thing, that story happened in 2019. Please help me to share this program. It's very informative because a lot of people felt that Baba just did that interview. That interview is not a new interview. The interview was conducted when he had his birthday in 2019. Okoya had that interview in 2019. What does the interview say? And why is that interview coming on board? And why is it trending again? First and foremost, this is the interview. I can read it out, but I want to tell you that there are a lot of things that the man did not say there, but people coined it. The interview reads, according to what they wrote there, you know, the circulated one, Alhaji Rasak Okoya, the CEO of Eleganza, blows out on Arise TV. The program was held in Arise TV. I want you to come and listen to it here, please, and then read what was written out here. They said, Shade, that's the wife. The man is married to, I think, 3 wives. Elijah Kuburat, that's the first wife. Then, I think, Elijah Ajoke. Then, Shade Okoya. The real Bogwele Baba. Transformer Daddy. La man pe Shade Okoya. Because, you know, she's the youngest. She's a fashionista. She's educated. She's beautiful. Me, personally, I love Shade because of her fashion sense. And you understand what I do normally. I promote fashion. So, most of the time, I was always promoting her. About 2-3 years ago, when I had that tough Instagram that was growing very well, I was always bringing her out almost every day. Because anything you see on Shade is like, She's a fashion goddess. That's the real word. Shade is a fashion goddess, so I love promoting her. Now, they wrote this out. He had a birthday, and they had a family photograph and all that in 2019. But this is the interview bloggers have brought out today, which I self copied and posted on my wall. But I really want to tell you, please don't be deceived. This was the interview of 2019 and not new. Now, they said, she's cool-headed. Kayode, thank you. Shade was the one who... They said Baba blows odds. Listen, they said, Baba says, Shade was the one who consolidated my empire. She walked in and solidified everything you see today. They said Baba said that. I am holding these younger ones. Shade asked 4 children for Baba. And they said that's Shade's children. Close so they don't go astray like their older brothers and sisters, like their older ones. They said Baba is talking. Can you hear her? Can you hear us? They said Baba said, Shade goes to the factory by 7 a.m. and comes back by 7 p.m. Help me to welcome my admin, Auntie Dele, today. Give her a round of applause. Today she came here today. I know why my auntie has been absent. She doesn't like my stand on some things. Anyways, welcome, Auntie Dele. Now, they said Baba wrote, Baba did that interview and said, Shade goes to the factory by 7 a.m. and comes back 7 p.m. She's in charge of everything you see in Eleganza. They said Baba is talking. Shade decorates my home and maintains it. I don't know how she does it. I just walk in and see my home like this. I will never take my company public. I will keep it in the family. My eldest daughter, by Shade, she's schooling in Europe. But me and Shade bring her to Nigeria to come and know how business works so she can take over. I hope she will not make a mistake like other children. I am teaching my children by Shade experience and skills. Handwork, engineering, carpentry is valuable skill. I need them more in my company, even more than the accountants. Technology cannot do that, but man needs to still man machines. I don't understand what that person wrote. I am teaching my children that they will take over for me and Shade. I am teaching my children that they will take over for me and Shade. I have properties all over Nigeria, but the market is getting saturated now. Maybe, Fola Shade Folarin, please, ẹ má jẹ́ àgbẹ̀ṣẹ́ o, ẹ ní sùúrù o, ẹ gbóhùn bàbá gangan o, ẹ gbọ́n tó kọ síta. I have not said Baba did not say some things. He said some things, but most of the things written here are not facts. Many people are in the young... Okay, I have properties all over Nigeria, but the market is getting saturated now. Many people are in it. The young salary earners cannot afford homes now. I sell some of them in the I sell some of them to put them in the factory. I hope my children will manage them better when they are done with school. I am learning technology now, but I've left most of it for my children. I like them around me. They teach me a lot of things. My children with Shade are smart. My children and Shade are smart. Auntie Dele Sonny, you said, I think the interview was years ago. I will hope it shouldn't still be repeating this again. Yes, that was 2019. But it's not that he repeated it. Some bloggers brought out all this for a purpose. And I will say the purpose that I am aware of. But I guess they have something to just compare it with. And I will let you know now. Because people are saying that this interview is new. That was 2019. They said, the man said, I am learning new technology. I have left everything to my children. I like them around me. They teach me a lot of things. My children with Shade are smart. I have been married to Shade for 20 years. She gave me 4 beautiful children. They are good children. They are not like the rest. They are not like the rest. Did Baba really say this? Please help me to call bloggers that have taken this out. Because I know this came from somewhere, which I don't understand. I purposely picked it up, put it out, and you could see comments on it. Comments like, Agba Okogbon, Chief Okoya lacks native wisdom. If this interview is correct, he has done more significant harm to Shade and her children. Elders with many wives and children don't talk this way. Good luck to Shade. Now, please, I will put this on and I want you to listen. I extracted some information from that interview so that all the ones that were quoted here, you will hear it live from Baba himself. Of course, Baba acknowledged the fact that Shade brought that company to what it is today. He said it, and that is not a lie. But there are some things that the man did not say that were called out. And the motive behind this, I don't know. And like you know here, we analyze and analyze in a good way, positive way, and responsibly. Yeah, where is I was wrong with Ajoke now. She be setting mukoko fellow, setting dano. Ekoko je ki lo fun setting ki koko te. So that, because I want it to be very loud. Okay, the Bluetooth is on. Good. So that eti wa odi, awa no afi eti wa gbo. Eti wa la o fi gbo, idi wa la o fi joko gbo, whatever Baba said. Now listen to Baba's voice.
My party at already. But we said that all my people are selling.
Kilo de ti o connect.
They are selling. So I have no regret.
Let's take a quick break now. My conversation.
Can you hear it well? Please, I want us to. I will start so that you will understand it well. Okay, what's it connect? What's it connecting?
Strike a balance between giving employees or family members the freedom to operate and keep while keeping an eye on that.
Number one, this interviewer is from Arise TV. They did this interview in his when he had his birthday, like I said, I think 79 or 80, I'm not too sure. Maybe 79, I'm not too sure. And they did their 20 years anniversary with Shade. So the interviewer came in to talk about his business empire, how he has been managing it, and, you know, what has changed. The man talked about technology. I'm not going to go through all the interview, but I called this out so that you will understand where I'm coming from. So the man talked about technology. He talked about what has changed in the industry and how he has been able to manage till this moment. And that was when the interviewer asked him, you seem to be talking about my children, my wife, Shade. And he had this to say. Now, listen. Aye man ni cow. Aye man ni cow. I won't forget Baba Soro. Oh yeah, Daddy, speak.
Which you have nurtured and grown.
It's a determination.
That's the man.
You take your family member right from the world youth, you put them in it, they will not have route to escape. As I've told you today, and you guys don't have the biggest hope because I'm managing it along with my last wife, Shade Okoya, who is early in the morning, before 7 she wake up, she goes straight to the factory, she come back 7 o'clock, nearly every day. fully determined, fully devoted. Without this type of spirit in you, it will be difficult to successful.
Have you given any...
Shade Okoya is very devoted.
Now, I want to read that place. Did you hear him, what he said there? They asked him how he has been coping. And he said, and because they said, when you put in family members, Madika collection, you're welcome. Ma. When you put family members in business, that it tends to destroy the whole business. The man answered, it depends. Like this business has been striving because I have put so much dedication in the business. So also is my last wife, Shade Okoya. That was where Shade came in. And that is where this, whoever wrote this, got this out. They said, the person wrote, Shade was the one who consolidated my empire. Where did he see that from? She walked in and solidified everything you see today. Did we hear it from there? Shade goes to the factory by 7 a.m. and comes back by 7 p.m. She's in charge of everything you see in Eleganza. That's what that person wrote. I want you to hear it again. Where, me, Mobuya, another one. Shade decorates my home. You will hear that from the interview. But come on, listen first. Kilo de, aye manika. Àwọn ayé wọ́n ṣáfẹ́ ká gbọ́ àǹtí Ṣàdé. Ẹ gbà mí kẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tèmi. You won't believe it, I can't play it again. Kí ló dé? Kí mo ṣe? Okay.
Devoted.
Resources or they know how to do it. And how can one strike a balance between giving employees or family members the freedom to operate and keep while keeping an eye on that business which you have nurtured and grown?
It's a determination. If you take your family member right from the world youth, you put them in it, they may not have route to escape. As I've told you today, and you guys have the biggest hope because I'm managing it along with my last wife, Shade Okoya, who is early in the morning, before 7, she wake up, she goes straight to the factory, she come back 7 o'clock, nearly every day, fully determined, fully devoted. Without this type of spirit in you, it will be difficult to successful.
Have you given any...
Shade Okoya is very devoted. She concentrates, she focuses, she has no time for anything. Hardly we went to party together. She's there she devoted all her life. And our children, we are trying to train them to take up in the same manner. And we believe strongly they will not disappoint me as the elder one have done. And if what is in order, I believe you can still keep on.
Did you get that? Of course, the elder statesman said, we are training these children up to take over from us. We are teaching them so that they won't behave like the older ones did. What the older ones did, we don't know. But of course, backslash on this. Why comparing Shade's children to the older ones, according to people? Some people that know them very well, that I'm going to call one auntie in, she knows them right from, that's the first wife's children. Like, Baba is over 80 now. His first son should be over 60. Do you understand? So why comparing? That's what most people said. But like I said, most of the things on this write-up are not true. Those ones that are true, I will tell you that, definitely, he actually missed her absence. She really supported. They are still together. They are still together. Madeze, you know. So Baba compared the children actually, but according to what we heard earlier on, is the experience he had with those children. You know, his main office was in Oregon, and I think it's still in Oregon, but they have branches all over the world now. And like this man said, when Shade came into his life, it changed everything, because as a young girl that has knowledge of technology and all that. But anyway, let's listen to the interview well. We'll take away what is not there and put what is there.
Going with the company. Unless it fails, which I don't pray, which Almighty God will never let it fail. Unless it is, then the last option is stock exchange, which I don't want to go. And you have to be focused. I've got the wife who followed the system. She can't just stay in the office. She still has to go around. By the time you come and sit down, if they go and tell you something, you know what they are telling you. But if you don't go around and you sit down in your office, they go and tell you, good morning. You'll not be able to pay your bank.
You know, no matter how old you are, you just told me you're 79. No matter how old one is, we're always learning new things.
This world is computerized.
I've seen how you are with them. You just want them around you. You, even before this interview started, you insisted that they're sitting on it and watch you. What do you hope?
It's a purgatory which hold the future. They hold the future. 79 years old. I have to pass it on to them. And I don't want them to feel like they are sitting one. So therefore, this time around, I hold the junior one very tight.
What are the values that you're passing on to them?
Oh, number one is the experience. Number two, they have to learn how to be focused, honest, determination, and they have to be punctual on what they are doing. Of course, our elder one is being trained in Europe, but yet, it has to be local ideas. It has to follow, we take out of the factory to see what we are doing. Not, you are trained there, but that's a different level playing ground. They already have everything for them. Here we are going to build everything for ourselves. I have to know your people. So we bring her home regularly to see what we are doing and how to be done.
Some of your biggest investments are in real estate, where like 3-4 times. And I see the way your face lights up when you mention her. You've been married 20 years now. It's your 20th.
20 years plus, yeah.
What did she bring into your life?
She's very helpful. I build these houses. All my oil gas and block, I build by me directly. I had the capital island to do everything. Except the tall one, which sometimes I give to carpenter battle to build. But you see where we are sitting today, A to Z is made by her. I work in, I work out. I don't know how it's been maintained, how it's been managed. She has been a real source of power at the moment to me, both in the house and in the industry.
We wish you many more years of happiness together.
Thank you very much.
Very much for your time, Rasak Okoya.
There is no place in this place where Baba said,
7, 4.
my children from Shade Okoya are better than the older ones. Of course, he mentioned something that he is training all the children. That's the younger ones. And those are the ones from Shade, the 4 last ones. That he's training them so that they can take over from him, because he doesn't want them to feel like the older ones. I'm just clarifying 2 things here. Some people believe this interview is new. No, it is not new. It's an old interview that when they went to dig out. Then secondly, people were still asking, did Papa say some of the things No, Baba did not say some of the things. Yes, Baba said some of the things. And some of the things Baba said is the fact that he doesn't want this other children, the younger ones, to fail like the older ones. That is why he's teaching them about the business. He's enlightening them, is giving them awareness and giving them the real education about this business. He talked about the technology. He talked about the first one reading abroad, studying abroad, but he still brings her home to go to the factory and see how it is done, because he's looking at them taking over time. He said, I'm 79 now. They will be the one to take over from us. At that point, he did not say, because these other ones, somebody wrote there that Shade's children are smarter than the other ones. No, Baba did not say anything like that. Of course, he talked about them not failing like the older ones. I remember that year when he had that interview. A lot of people were like, Baba ife ba eyin won je ni. Kí ló dé tó sọ nǹkan báyìí síta. Why did they bring this interview out? We saw this interview of Mercy Aigbe's husband. For you Mercy Aigbe's lovers here, you know, we've talked about Mercy Aigbe years back. And like I said, internet do not forget things. They will still always bring out things. This particular write-up, I guess people are comparing it to Baba's statement with Mercy Aigbe's husband. Mercy had Ada Omodadi's movie premiere. I wish her all the best. Ade Kebens said, they said Bats resolved the issue of Okoya that year. Yeah, there was a problem in that family at that time. Because we remember when Baba was doing birthday one year, and you know, Shade was like putting her hand like me, allow, and Baba had to put her hand on the cake. So, but today, they are living well because Mama Shade had her 80th birthday yesterday or 2 days ago. And our senior wife was there. That's the Alaja Kubrat was there with Mama Shade. In fact, they were doing jolo together, laughing and joking and playing with each other. Because age mates in the Yato B, Shade at Yale. Do you understand? So I guess everything has been settled. All station settled. Do you understand? Because the problem now anymore. But why people bought this house, like I said, I guess it has to go with this Mercy Aigbe's husband's interview. This is the man. Emma Binu, Auntie Mercy, girl, and you call her and so you. I want you to be in this girl.
Life meeting better say. One light and light, you know, so. Ìyàwó mi Ọlọ́run ló fún mi nípa àti ṣe àṣeyọrí nípa ìgbésí ayé mi nílùú yìí. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó support mi lọ́nà tó pọ̀ gan. Bóyá ìrìn àjò yẹn kò bá pẹ́ ju bí Ọlọ́run ṣe tètè dá mi lóhùn lọ. Ọlá pé mo ní ìyàwó mi, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò mi láti jẹ́ kí àṣeyọrí mi kó yá, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó kópa tó nípa gan nípa ẹ̀.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ dáadáa àbí ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe speaker sí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ti mọ́mì wa yìí mọ́mì kò sájà máa rẹ̀ kò sáré má jà kò sájà máa rẹ̀ oko ó yá oko connect jẹ́ ń yọ kúrò nínú ilé shut up. Ẹ má bínú o. Reason I'm comparing this, I will let you know. Yes, Oko. Now, Oko. Yeah. Done. This is Mercy Aigbe's husband.
Auto listen to I think
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé nípa ìyàwó tí Ọlọ́run fún mi. Because àtijọ́ tí mo ti pàdé ìyàwó mi ní
life meeting ti better sí. Wallahi tallahi mi ò sásọ. Ìyàwó mi Ọlọ́run ló fún mi nípa àti ṣe àṣeyọrí nípa ìgbésí ayé mi nílùú yìí. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó support mi lọ́nà tó pọ̀ gan. Bóyá ìrìn àjò yẹn kò bá pẹ́ ju bí Ọlọ́run ṣe lè dá mi lóhùn lọ. Bọ̀ ọlọ́run pé mo ní ìyàwó mi, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò mi láti jẹ́ kí àṣeyọrí mi kó yá, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó kópa tó nípa gan nípa ẹ̀. Láti gbà yẹn kò sí ààrẹ máa ń ja jàmáàrì àmọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe wá lọ́rọ̀ ara wa. Ọlọ́run dé bless wa pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ náà. Alhamdulillah, I'm very sure nígbà táwọn àlíyá wà ní Nàìjíríà.
Like, you understand the fact that I played this particular one because internet do not forget. They digged out this particular video because of all these things this man said as at that time. When he was, I think they were having a party with his first wife. That's Fọlọ́runṣọ́ àbí Fúnṣọ́, ṣé kí ló kọ ìyàwó ẹ̀ first wife ẹ̀yẹn, Fúnṣọ́ àbí Fọlọ́runṣọ́. When they were, you know, what he said in that video is that he's happy about the wife God gave to him. That if not for this Fúnṣọ́, that ìyàwó Adekas, that wife, the wife that a lot of people now saw as Alasheju or whatsoever, that is the wife he was referring to. This was before he met Auntie Mercy. We know he's a Muslim, just like our daddy, Babawa, Chief Okoya. Islam allows multiple wives. In fact, according to them, one fair gbogbo tó bá wọn, Funsho is wife gongon. Thank you. So, Islam allows more than one wife because we are, you know, Africans are polygamist in nature. Nigeria, I mean, Oyinbos are the one that are doing mono. We don't do mono. We are like, we accept it. It's kind of some of the values that we have in Africa. The more wives you have, the more they believe you're wealthy and all that. That's in the olden days. Ìyàwó méjì, trouble méjì. Ìyàwó kan, trouble kan. Now, Baba, this man said the way he was eulogizing the wife, talking well about her. He even said, without this wife, his journey abroad cannot be anything, cannot be meaningful. That is meant for you. When you are the only one, when you are the only hope, when there is nothing much in their pocket, you are their Messiah. You are everything. Yeah, I know it's with condition, but how many of them follows the condition? You are everything. They brought this out because they have seen how Adekas and Mercy Aigbe now, they do things like Mercy is the only wife now. I guess, just guessing, no, Auntie Funsho has seen that, me, I don't want trouble. You people can just be doing enjoyments alone, no. Money, koto gba green card. Okay. I want your loss about one Fikazim to gba green card. She was the love of his life. Yeah, hey, again, Mutsi. But immediately he got everything, and you know, he has another wife now. And the Pepper Dem gang, these people does, you cannot even, you know, that was why people came out for Mercy at that time. You know, initially when they got married, it was because of the fact that, you know, that this man has another wife, take it easy. But like, we know that she's promoting a movie. We can see the man is wearing a bag, all for Yahweh. So you understand, second wife. And we have seen Auntie Fọlọ́runṣọ́, she had her birthday. Daddy did not even say happy birthday. So I don't know. Maybe they are still together or they are no more together. That I cannot tell. And we saw Mercy last week. she went to TVC and they asked her about how is she coping, and she said the love is enough for she and her Iyale to share. If Iyale is ready to continue to share, the love can to gbogbo èèyàn, but the love that is only you and the man is wearing a buba and be dancing with you. You know, and people have said they are Muslims. What is your own, Ajoke? I'm just saying, that is how men are. So that is why they now went to dig that video this man did about 10 years ago or 15 years ago to say that my wife is the best thing that's ever happened to me. In fact, Funsho is the only thing that has made me who I am. She's the only woman that has made me who I am. I cannot be anything without this woman in my life. In fact, coming abroad wouldn't have been very easy for me if not for her. And God has blessed us with four beautiful children. Glasses are here. Glasses on Isike. Oh, over 2 years ago, Omowunmi Oluwabi is a lie. This video was 2 years ago. 2021 is a lie. I even thought it's a long day, long time ago. Wow. Glasses like you can't tell. 2 years ago, no she video yen. Internet. That is why they went to dig this one out. That the same man that was eulogizing his wife, that was calling her everything, my sweet potato, my tomato in puree, is the same man in 2023 that said, look, I'm taking another wife. And then people from Mercy's side were saying, even if you know what Funsho was doing, Funsho too was a shower, Funsho was this, Funsho na, she became a bad person. Somebody with 4 children. Like I said, they are Muslims, so don't come and say Ajoke said it's a bad thing they have done. No, he's a Muslim. So please, I didn't say anything. I'm just saying that we can see now that the man is wearing a wamba to help Iyawo Epolowo Oja. He's a very good man. Just the way he was loving Funsho as at that time. The same thing now. This is Gucci. Call for your Gucci. Go for your Gucci. Help my condition. And see me long me late Epolowo Oja ni and see ko ba iti bi. Now, the same thing we saw Baba doing, that was 4 years ago. And I guess that's Baba's own 2019. So I guess people now say, aye, she be Funsho. Boko eno she ponle 2 years ago, 3 years ago. After that, what happened? Ogbeyawo ti lẹ́yìn ni. Now, Baba's own. So Baba ló pọ́n àwọn ìyálé ló pọ́n ìyàwó kékeré létò yìí. Wow. They brought that out. But unfortunately, some of the things we do stays on the internet. Like they said, this case has been settled. How come somebody brought this out again? That's Baba Okoya's own. And extracted facts out and sold lies. Most of the things that are said there are lies. But one thing is that Baba confirmed that his older children didn't do well in handling his business empire. And that the business empire almost got ruined because of them. But when Shade came into his life, everything changed for better. We have to be mindful of what we say, the kind of interviews we grant, because it stays forever on the internet. And people will always bring it out. And that is why if you go on comment section, it's like, oh my God. First and foremost, when people started commenting, I said, this is an old one. It's an old one. Even if it is an old one, why will an elderly man say some children are better than the other? Is he looking for downfall for Shade's children? Mixed feelings people felt like, no, it's just because of the future of those children. The enmity he has cast among his children will forever remain there. Like, I want so, Shade, la wada. I've got 2 callers to call in. I don't know if you can call in and say your opinion about what you feel about that interview. That was 2019, no, not a new interview. Oh. But what is your thought about an elderly man talking about that, or what people are saying? Is it that what has he done that is bad? You know, let me call àwọn tó jọ dàgbà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ wọn. Baba has older children who were managing that business before Shade came into the empire. According to what we heard, it was that Shade came in when the business was almost ruined. But some believe that it's a lie, that she came in to divide the family. Anyway, let me first and foremost call Auntie. And she said she has something to tell us about it. You know. Yeah, my leg, Old age is killing me. Everybody got glasses, you. Oh, to back go, Auntie, Lola Pio. Auntie, have you gone to take Pio? Need to lap Pio. And glasses, you. Glasses like you can't tell. This is Miu. Yes. Which other ones do we have? We've got lovely glasses. Look at. Buy my glasses now. Because I told her I was going to call her to tell us about it. Let me call the other man. He has been calling before now, so that because I know a lot of people are so angry with Baba. Like, how dare you say Omokonda Jukolo? No. Okay. Omokonda Jukolo. Kusomokotoda Jukolo. Bugbomulomu. Unfortunately, you had some children that you felt didn't do well as at that time. But a lot of people have said it's a lie, that, you know, people brought it out to cause division in the family. They are back together. There is no problem. And some of the like I said, some of the comments are, you know, boggling. Sorry. Why is this one going like that? Okay, sorry. Ẹ má gbà mí kẹ̀. Ayé mà níkà o. No. Okay. Mo ń try láti gbé kíní comment yẹn ni o. Anyways, I can't even get it. I can't get the comments again, you know. Me mo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí page yẹn. So if you go to Nigeria Styles and Beauty Tips, you will see it there. All the comments, you can read them, because I can't even get in there again. That people are feeling that Baba just made that interview. The interview is not a new one. Like you can see, this is not a new interview. For all of you on Nigeria Styles and Beauty Tips that you are commenting on this particular posts, is an old post, and people brought it out and copied some things that are not right there. Men need to understand the fact that you don't cause division among your children. For some of you and your queen, there are some things you don't say. Even Bambinu, I'm sure Baba was not happy with his older children as at that time. Somebody wrote it here that Baba wa kilonge bats, kilonge wono, kini bats, kilonge no, Baba wa Tinumbu. That's the president. You know, he's very close to Baba Tinumbu, that he settled the family rift as at that time, but it still came out. But he has taught us one or two things about what we say when we are talking. Don't speak when you are angry, especially as an elderly man. Some said it's because he's got dementia. I want me to see but that is not it. Some even said, I read somewhere that interview was in 20. Baba and his older children were not in good terms and Jagaban are settled. That's somebody that wrote it there. So he had a problem with his older children at that time, and he came out and, you know, slashed them like bam. If you are not ready to be a Muslim, to follow the Islamic real law of having Ishedede, doing it right with all of them, don't go into it. Polygamy is not an easy task. Some men, oh, you cannot handle homes. No. So if you cannot handle 2 homes, you cannot even handle 1, you are doing 2. Who are you? So for Baba, he made the mistake of showing his anger online, because this was an interview where they talked about his business empire, but because of the fact that he was not happy with his children, that was why he talked about this. But you, that you are coming behind, can learn a lesson from it. And for Shade herself, I would have expected that, you know. Hello?
Hello, Kalema.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
How are you, ma?
I'm cool.
I'm sorry, I was listening to your program, but I had to attend to some calls that I will have called earlier.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I hope it's not too late for me to continue.
No, go on, sir.
Okay, ma. The issue is, it was a nice topic to everyone, but I just want to look at it from the angle of the man. And I want to believe a lot of majority of your listeners are female, but they should not condemn me, my contribution. I just want to add another flavor to it. Now, like you already said, I think that was an old interview being brought up again. Anyway, like they say, the internet doesn't lie. So we have to be careful. Everybody, it's a lesson. Now, I think the man was misquoted. Mind you, you know why?
It was misquoted.
I want to look at it. What it meant was, you see, in polygamy, any little thing anybody says, people will misinterpret to mean something else. And the man was, mind you, was really trying to say that whatever the mistake of the older ones made, and no doubt, if you are all conversant with the media of what national, I would say, public court affairs, with the kind of care, a lot of things the older ones did that were not supposed to have been done themselves. Out of where Omolo to buy it. Probably that was what the man was trying to refer to.
Omolo to buy it.
Okay. That is one. We are not saying at the same time, say, the man was right to have given one present about it. But we forget one thing, naturally. That the same you, the one you are spirit in your papa.
Then, are you?
How polygamy tend to misbehave? I'm not saying it's right, but we are talking about things that actually do happen. You know, there's a difference between an ideal thing and gotten service. All things are never equal, but most men forget itself. When tomorrow men say, how carry them? The man made some mistake actually, because he made the gave person openly, publicly, to the Almighty over the Baba. He had to buy the law, which I condemn. When he had nothing, that was with that fix, and that's just it. So, he made mistake, but he was really trying to say, look, I'm a tomboy. He did not commit the same mistake, because I'm a low member there. Okay, we are telling this as well. I'm not considering what. So I think the man was trying to do about it. I condemn it public to the play of preference over Because we don't about them on the job, no matter. But come to think of it another way. How many of those children that could you come out? Well, okay now. How many of them do you see in public there? Which is, if you look at, without the man saying it, I'm all about this other thing. Once the two other things for granted, I'm not judging. And if one from a neutral point of view.
Okay.
If you are wanting to understand the kind of message. So it's a lesson for women. So I imply on what because we start on them. And the public display of presence. And so say, woman, you want to know about it. I want to the problem. So I don't make it, you have to buy it here. I relegated the background, which is not the so that's my legal contribution. So the summary of this, I think the man was discussed. Secondly, what the man was trying to say, or the message he was trying to pass across, he said it in a wrong way. That was how people had it. It was an opportunity for people to now misinterpret it and give it another connotation and meaning.
Yes.
Which is expected in the domain of publicity. Yeah. That's my little connection. Keep up the good work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
I wish you well.
Thank you. Bye.
Merry.
Oh, sorry. Merry Christmas. Sorry, sir. No, I put it off. Sorry. Yes, thank you so much for our caller. He said that, you know, probably the man was misquoted. You understand? That he wanted to, what he meant was that, you know, the way the rich people's children, you know, they do excesses of things and they're excessive in everything they do. And they take things for granted. So that man was trying to say that the mistake he made with his older children is not going to make it with these younger ones. And that is why he's training them so that they'll be able to take over from him when he goes older. Sherry, somebody said Baba is probably becoming senile. This is common among, you understand, because of what they read. And that is why we are saying, help me to call them to listen to this. This is not a new interview. This was done 2019. And the man, like people said, was misquoted. He was actually comparing the children, which he shouldn't have done. Like I said, on a plain note, he shouldn't have even mentioned the older ones. But because of the annoyance, the grievance he had with them, I think that was why he spoke like that. For the younger ones, and for us women too. Mi ò bá mummy wa ìyá àgbàlagbà wí o, mummy wa mama, they started together because I've seen a lot people said ìyá tó bá jẹ̀yà láti kékeré nígbà tí ò tí sí nǹkankan nígbà tí bàbá yẹn dúró báyìí lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan nísìn tí bàbá ti lówó ó pàyà tì kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. They are still together. Of course, I think there was an issue, like they said, with them as at that time. But then, nígbà tá bá jẹ́ ìyàwó nínú ilé, tí a jẹ́ tí a ná àwọn ọmọ wa, tí a bá ti rí àwọn ọwọ́ kan táwọn ọmọ ń gbé, tó ń ṣe bí ọmọ olówó, we have to be careful. Because irú nǹkan tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ rè. Somebody will come from nowhere. You can as well say, well, Shade came from nowhere, but people still saw the way she had, like Baba said, she's the one doing the business. Of course, they have said that most of the businesses were headed by Baba's children before Shade came. Even before the second wife came, that Baba was, you know, carrying his wives over the children. Whatever it is, that is a Nigerian man for you. Not even most men. Tó bá fẹ́ ìyàwó kékeré, òun ló máa ń jẹ́ bí wọ́n ní ìyàwó kékeré ní ààyò bàbá. Kò sí two ways to it. Àwa tá jẹ́ ìyáálé la máa gbà fọ́lọ́run gẹ́gẹ́ bí fún ṣọ́. Ó dà pé ó gbà fọ́lọ́run. But gbígbà fọ́lọ́run tiẹ̀, maybe she has waka past, because like I said, I don't see them doing love again together. It's only Mercy Aigbe. Do you understand? But you can see Funsho's children. She has ensured that, you know, even when she had her birthday, we saw the picture with them and saying, my life, my everything. Most people, tí wọ́n bá ti jẹ́ olówó, you know, my caller mentioned Abiola's children. Since Abiola died, it's like his legacies just died with it. He had multiple wives. What is the essence of having children, having business empire? Where is Concord newspaper? Where is hairline? Where is all Abiola's things? You know, everything just went down the drain. In fact, in politics, his name went bam. Some are saying it has to do with Ayo Okoro, that these children have been used to wealth. Do you understand? They've been used to wealth, and so they cannot manage the, you know. So for some of our mothers, you know, nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ nípa màmá wa náà tó wà nílé ni pé ayọ̀ yẹn làwọn ọmọ yẹn gbé, gbogbo ayọ̀ tó ń gbé yẹn kí ló wá jẹ́ síbẹ̀, obìnrin ẹ̀mí ló wá gba gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. I don't know Shade one-on-one. That's Mommy was Shade. I don't know her one-on-one. Like I said, I celebrate her because of her, you know, fashion sense. And that is all I know about her. And I see her smiling, taking care of Baba. I work fila Baba fundada. Meanwhile, kò sí bá ṣe lè ṣe. Wọ́n máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ because wọ́n wá ojú rere yín. She understand? Yeah, because we can see that Baba is even looking so young. Baba ma fún wọn ní kíní bá wọn like rẹ́rìn ráì ni. Lè kí baba ma rẹ́rìn ráì ni. Oh, mama blush ni. Did you hear the interviewer said, anytime you mention your wife, Shade's name, you're like blushing. Baba ma rẹ́rìn ni. That is my life. Sure, you understand? For this family, like I said, I don't know why this interview emerged. Whatever the motive behind this interview, in case you get to see it, that people are bringing it out, please disregard it. For you that you're thinking it's a new interview, like I said, it's an old interview, just pick one or two things to learn from it. For you men, learn that you don't compare children. Learn that the new wife, being the Ayo Baba, will make everything possible to Pepe, to make everything look like she's the best. Understand? For the men, you should understand the trick. Ọmọ sọ pé obìnrin ló ní ète. A ní ète lọ́wọ́ gidi. Ète tó jiná. Ète tó tá bá máa ń pọ́n ọkùnrin lé báyìí. Á dàbí ìgbà tẹ́ pé òun nìkan ni. Is all in all. Meanwhile, you are just, you know, it's competition between the wives now. For Shade, she's coming in as a new wife. She has to put everything like pepper them, like, you understand. And she's a younger person, a younger girl. The generation, Regina Daniel, see, she goes everywhere and she's like, you understand. But for us, that one, really, no, we should understand that it is well with our souls. To pack the breast itself, maybe it's not easy. So I wish every one of them, the family, I wish them all the best. Whatever the family, the older ones that they've done to make Baba speak like that, you understand, they should go back to their drawing boards and ensure that things are put in place. And for Baba too, his home, let him put it in place before he goes. Do you understand? Baba wa ejo e baba ṣe wọ́n dáadáa, ẹ ṣe wọ́n lóṣùṣù ọwọ̀, because gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó wo tó gbọ́ tó ka interview yẹn tí wọ́n kàn gbọ́ pé actor sọ pé àwọn ọmọ Ṣadé dájú àwọn ọmọ yín lọ, wọ́n á ti rò pé kíni okay. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó tàka sí orí àwọn ọmọ wa lórúkọ Jésù. Ṣadé ò ní fojú sunkún àwọn ọmọ mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tó bí o. Do it well before Baba goes. Do it well. You understand? I know you're doing it because I can see that you guys are together. Like I said, I don't know why that video came up. But baby, Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi wọ́n yín létí pé kẹ́ ṣe dáadáa kí bàbá tó lọ. Ṣó ti yé yín. Kò sẹ́ni tó mọjọ́, kò sẹ́ni tó mọjọ́ òkú, kò sẹ́ni tó mọjọ́ àrùn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Bàbá ò ní kú fún wa ń sìn yo. Bàbá dàgbà, wọ́n á do àgbúgbò, wọ́n wá tọ́jú àwọn oníkọ̀kìnìkọ̀. I don't even know how to sing, you know. But you know the way you're always doing Baba's cap, you help him to shake up one dada. It's about one shagbada. Shade can take care of Baba. I know Baba. Me again, Baba ko paderi. Don't forget to patronize me. Iwuni monta. Igoni Munta. I wish them all the best. Please disregard that interview. It's an old interview. Pick your own format. You will have 1 or 2 things to learn. Don't forget internet. Do not forget things. Have a wonderful night. Bye.